This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning, I'm Olanireti Ololade. The major headlines. Tinubu holds briefing with finance, budget, oil, gas ministers. PSC seeks NDLEA support to conduct drug integrity test for police recruiters. Amechi's wife challenges Wike over 4 billion naira NDDC funds. Senate dismisses new state's claim. Holds Buhari tribute. Sports. Super Falcons edge South Africa 2-1 to qualify for WAFCON final. Entertainment. Very dark man slams lawyer over cautionary message. News in detail. Tinubu holds briefing with finance, budget, oil, gas ministers. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday held private meetings with key members of his economic and fiscal policy team at the State House in Abuja. Sources at the State House described the briefing as routine and strategic. The briefing was attended by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edu, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Atiku Bagudu, the Senator of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Eneken Lokpobiri, and the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekperikwe Epo. President Tinubu also met with the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Olayemi Kadoso, the Executive Chairman of the Federal Island Revenue Service, Dr. Zak Adedeji, as well as the Director General and Global Liaison for the Nigeria-China Strategic Partnership, Joseph Tegbe. Although the agenda of the meetings was not officially disclosed, it was learned that it was part of regular consultations where top government officials occupying sensitive economic portfolios update the President on developments within their respective sectors. PSC seeks NDLEA support to conduct drug integrity tests for police recruits. The Police Service Commission is seeking the support of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in conducting drug integrity tests for police recruits across the country. The PSC chairman, retired DIG Ashimu Agungu, made the request when he led a delegation of the PSC management in a courtesy visit to NDLEA on Tuesday in Abuja. In a statement yesterday by the NDLEA spokesman, Femi Babafemi, the PSF chairman said that the request came intending to ensure that those with the right frame of mind eventually make it out of police training colleges across the country. Agungu commended the leadership of NDLEA for the support so far received, saying that his visit was to seek further assistance. This is because we follow processes and procedures in anything we do so that we can produce the best results. If the process and procedures were followed wrongly, the result or product is going to be bad, Agungu said. Amechi's wife challenges Wike over 4 billion naira NDDC funds. The wife of former Governor Rotimi Amechi of Rivers State, Judith Amechi, has denied allegation that she received 4 billion naira monthly from the Niger Delta Development Commission, as alleged by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Speaking through her media aide, Dr. Dike Bekwele, in a statement on Tuesday, Mrs. Amechi challenged Wike to make public his version of the forensic audit reports on the NDDC, where either she or a non-governmental organization, Empowerment Support Initiative, was indicted. Wike, in an interview on Channels Television, had alleged that Mrs. Amechi was receiving 4 billion naira monthly from the interventionist agency through her NGO. During the interview, the FCT minister asked President Bola Tinubu to publish the forensic audit report of the NDDC, adding that if his claim was not there, he would resign as minister. In a statement on Tuesday, Mrs. Amechi described Wike's claim as not only false, but also wild and unfounded. The statement challenged Wike to make public his version of the forensic audit report. Senate dismisses new state's claim. Holds Buhari tribute. The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, on Tuesday dismissed claims circulating in sections of social media that the National Assembly has approved the creation of new states. Speaking during plenary in response to concerns raised by Senator Abdul Ningi, Akpabio clarified that although the Constitutional Review Committee has received over 42 proposals for state creation. None have passed through the full legislative process. I have seen over 42 proposals, but not one has gone through full deliberation. The process of creating a state is very rigorous and has not been completed in any instance, he said. He warned communities against organizing meetings or mobilization efforts over proposed states that have not been legally established, stressing that no new state has been approved by the Senate. ADC balls over Tinubu endorsement by Adeleke Oyinlola. The political landscape in Osun State became charged on Tuesday as Governor Ademola Adeleke, alongside former Governor Olagunsoye Oyinlola and key leaders of the People's Democratic Party, openly declared support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election bid in 2027. The decision, announced in a communique issued after a high-profile stakeholders meeting, also confirmed Adeleke's resolve to remain in the PDP, shelving speculations of his defection to the All Progressives Congress. The development, however, drew sharp criticism from the African Democratic Congress, which accused Adeleke of political indecision and insisted that his backing of Tinubu would not save him from defeat in the next Osun governorship election. On Tuesday, the governor's decision to back Tinubu while remaining in PDP was reviewed in a communique made available to journalists at the end of the meeting of PDP chieftains in the state. The stakeholders resolved. The PDP in Osun State recognizes the fact that Osun State is the ancestral home of President Bola Tinubu, which makes the president the son of Osun State. Therefore, the PDP in Osun State hereby adopts and endorses President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for re-election in the 2027 presidential election. The meeting also declared support for Adeleke's sole candidature of the party of the Osun State governorship election in 2026. Natasha heads to court after Senate blockade, faults Akpabio. The suspended senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has vowed to drag the leadership of the Senate before the appellate court after she was barred from accessing the National Assembly complex on Tuesday. A fuming Akpoti-Uduaghan told journalists that she would consult her legal team immediately to kickstart the process, stressing that it was a violation of the recent judgment calling for her reinstatement. The decision came after she was denied entry to the National Assembly, despite a court order that faulted the long suspension slammed on her. The embattled senator also questioned the basis of her initial suspension, saying even the suspension ab initio was fraudulent, it was faulty. On her next line of action, she said, "Going forward, I will have a meeting with my legal team so they can proceed to the appellate court to seek interpretation of what just happened. I am a law-abiding citizen." Akpoti-Uduaghan also condemned the Senate's action, calling it an act of contempt of court by the Senate under its president, Godswill Akpabio. Sports. Super Falcons edged South Africa 2-1 to qualify for WAFCON final. Nigeria Super Falcons on Tuesday secured a spot in the final of the Women's African Cup of Nations after a hard-fought 2-1 victory over South Africa's Banyana in a tense semi-final clash. The match, played with high intensity, saw the Super Falcons take the lead in the first half through Rasheedat Ajibade, who calmly converted from the penalty spot in the 45th minute to give Nigeria a 1-0 advantage heading into the break. Earlier in the game, South Africa was forced into a substitution in the 26th minute after striker Hilda Magai was withdrawn due to injury, with Subelil Makubele coming on in her place. South Africa responded strongly in the second half and leveled the score in the 60th minute when Linda Motada converted a penalty to make it 1-1. With the game seemingly headed for extra time, Nigeria found the winner deep into stoppage time. Michelle Alozie struck in the 90 plus 4 minutes after a setup from Esther Okoronkwo, sealing a dramatic win for the Falcons. Substitutions from both sides added to the pace and physicality of the match, with the Super Falcons showing greater composure in the final moments. The victory sees Nigeria book a place in the WAFCON final, continuing their dominance on the continental stage and putting them within reach for another title. Entertainment. Very Dark Man slams lawyer over cautionary message. Social media critic Very Dark Man has publicly rebuked his lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, for advising him against taking unnecessary risks. Adeyanju had expressed concerns about Very Dark Man's safety, stating that if anything happens to him, everyone will move on. In his reaction, Very Dark Man in a video labeled Adeyanju's advice as cowardly, stressing that anyone suggesting Nigerians will quickly move on from his potential demise is either misinformed or trying to intimidate him from speaking out. Very Dark Man said he believes that his platform gives him the freedom to take risks, while Adeyanju seems to prioritize caution and self-preservation. According to Very Dark Man, Adeyanju's comments are not only disappointing, but also reflective of a mindset that people often use to scare others from speaking out. Recap of the major headlines. Tinubu holds briefing with finance, budget, oil, gas ministers. PSG seeks NDLEA support to conduct drug integrity tests for police recruits. Amechi's wife challenges Wike over 4 billion naira NDDC funds. Senate dismisses new state claims, old Buhari tribute. Sports. Super Falcons edge South Africa 2-1 to qualify for WAFCON final. Entertainment. Very Dark Man slams lawyer over cautionary message.